Alrighty, today is December 29th, 2021, and it is 7:29 a.m. and I am on my way to work, finally again. I thought I had the C word, and I called in work on Thursday. We had Friday off, so Christmas Eve was basically Christmas because I had no interest in getting out of bed at all. Like, I was sick, and I went for a COVID test because I had 101.5 fever. Y'all want to know why COVID-19 is spreading again in New York State? If you are in Albany, go to any urgent care, and you cannot get in. I tried to go on Sunday. I tried to go on Friday. They rejected me straight out at the door. I made an appointment at Walgreens for Sunday. So I'm looking around to see if there's anything before 12:45, to see if anyone has rapid tests. Tried to buy a rapid test. Nobody had a rapid test. Why would they? Because everybody wants to buy them up and charge, $1,005,000 for them probably. So, Albany Med has an urgent care on Wolf Road, but they don't give you any information online. They don't say, oh yeah, we take this insurance. Like, if it's like St. Peter's, it would only be like a $15 copay. Albany Med is Albany, so I didn't know if it was going to be a $50 copay. They don't do free COVID testing, so I didn't know how much the COVID test was going to be. So it took them 3 hours to confirm that appointment, and when I tried to call, no one answered. So I just said bleep it and went to Walgreens. And before that, I went to the dollar store across the street from where Walgreens is, because it's on the corner of like 155 and Western. So, in 20 Mall, and I love me a dollar store, especially a new dollar store that I've never been in, and especially in Guilderland area, because it's the higher end Guilderland area, whatever. That urgent care in 20 Mall had people waiting outside. The same day I went for my COVID test on Sunday, I went to St. Peter urgent care, and they had locked the door. People were standing around the block, and I don't know if the receptionist said bleep this and up and left, and they didn't have a receptionist. I do not know what happened, but yeah, they straight up had the door locked. So I did the most to try to get back to work for Monday. So Sunday I had it done. Then they're like, oh, we'll email you for the results and everything else. And I was like, okay, cool. Thinking like I'd get them Monday, I'd go back to work Tuesday. I had to call for my results. And no, I didn't get my results Sunday or Monday. So Monday night I called and I was like, hey, I need my results to either A, see if I need to still quarantine, whatever else. And they were like, oh yeah, it's negative, you should have gotten an email. I never got an email. She was like, I'll email it again to you. She put me on hold. I was on hold for a half hour, 45 minutes. She was like, I sent it to you twice to the email. I was like, okay, cool. She's like, give it a half hour. Okay, cool. So I went to bed thinking that I was set. Wake up yesterday, no email. So I called in to dispatch because I can't go back to work without a note saying you're negative. I called the pharmacist at Walgreens. They're like, we can't email it to you if you didn't get the first, 2 or 3. I was like, fine. I was like, can I pick it up? Like, yeah, whatever. I was on the phone waiting on hold for an hour, 36 minutes, and 37 seconds. Oh yeah, like, I was pissed because that's my anytime hours. I don't have a lot of anytime hours because I get unlimited, data and whatever else. That's more important to me, is unlimited, internet and crap. So, whatever. So, 12:08, I walk into work, punch in, had to go upstairs. Found out, a few more people there had COVID. I gave my note to them, and I went to work. So, now is going to be story time. Maybe. So, as some of you may or may not know, I don't know how often people watch my videos. They're not very fascinating ever. But I started going to Boston IVF for fertility treatments. I'm single. Turned 40 years old in December. Well, this month. And haven't found anyone. So figured now or never. And I had my initial consult with the nurse practitioner on July 15th. Went for testing. Went for real painful testing. And Thanksgiving week, I still hadn't started my cycle yet. So I called them, or no, the week before. I called. The week before Thanksgiving week. I called. And they're like, we have to have the sample in-house before we, try to do anything. So, spent $900 to get, the sample to the office. And I told them, I told my regular nurse, I was like, it will, I ordered it, it'll be there. And she scheduled my appointment. And then I called and said, I have the thing from FedEx saying it will be there the same day as my appointment. Is that okay? Oh, it should be. It was fine. They did an ultrasound. They did blood work. They're like, hey, start the shots. And we, you're going to come in next week, and we're gonna do this. So I start the shots. The thing about the shots is I got 2 shots in bulk, and than one single one. The nurse told me to only take the one medication. Took the one medication every night. Whatever. And then she was like, take your trigger shot. The trigger shot that she told me to take was the other one that they sent in bulk. So I had 3 shots, or three medications, 2 in bulk, 1 single. I don't know why they told me to take the medication that was supposedly the trigger shot, because that wasn't the trigger shot. I go there and I'm all excited. I'm going to meet my doctor. I had talked to my doctor on the phone once. She was at her home and had to lock herself in her bathroom to have my consultation. I was told by the nurse, oh no, the doctor doesn't do it. I'm going to do it. How the frig are you a nurse performing an IUI? No. So that made me feel uncomfortable. Second thing that made me feel uncomfortable is she didn't use an ultrasound. Third thing that made me feel uncomfortable, I was like, should I chill here? Oh no, it's fine. You're fine. She was like, I put the sample far enough up so it's not going to, come out. Okay, fine. So afterwards, for 2 weeks I take medication, and honestly, I thought I was pregnant. And I thought I was pregnant because it's me. I have no patience. I took a few tests, and like the digital one, I only took one digital. That said not pregnant. The other ones that I took all said pregnant. The 2-week mark was actually on my 40th birthday. I'm like, okay, this is a sign. Like, this is a really good sign. So 2 weeks and 2 days, I go back to Boston IVF, and it's confusing because I say Boston IVF and people are like, oh, you're going to Boston. No, Boston IVF is in New York. It's literally 7 minutes from my house if I take the highway. So I go at 6:15, get the blood work done, and all day I'm on pins and needles. And when you're going through, fertility treatment, you get a patient portal through the doctor's office. So I'm like, bleep it, I will check the patient portal. They put my blood results up there. I didn't know what levels were. So I called the office. The nurses were all on clinicals. Cool. A nurse called me back, and in 23 seconds, I was told I was not pregnant, and to stop taking the medication, and to call when I started my next cycle. And that was it. That also happened to be the day my mom had a few people over for my birthday. And I kept it together as much as I could, you know. Like, I talked to this little thing that I thought was there, and I read books to it. And in 23 seconds, I didn't even get to ask how home test came back positive, you know. So the next week, I messaged the office and I was like, I got a 23-second phone call. And even a few months before that, I felt screwed over because I was told they were no longer taking my insurance. This was my one shot through that office. And everything else. And the next day, a nurse called me back and she was like, "Did you have questions?" I was like, "You know what? I'm good. I Googled everything." And it's comforting. It's more comforting to me not to know the answers to some of this stuff, because I don't want to know that it could have possibly been a chemical pregnancy. And so I called the only other fertility clinic here, and it's CNY, and I have a phone appointment with a nurse practitioner on January 20th, and I sent the release to Boston IVF to release my records to CNY. So I won't have to go through testing again. They won't have to do genetic testing on my donor again. All of that was done. And I'm going to use the same donor. He's had reported pregnancies. And his profile is really nice. He's so sweet. And he's doing it for really good reasons. And, but I'm disappointed. And I feel very taken advantage of in a way. And very let down. And very uninformed. And that is my fault. Because I assumed that they would help me, and they didn't, and that's fine, you know. So that's why I'm smoking, because I can. Feel like I disappointed people, but I didn't. People know how hard it is. But I thought I was so convinced that I was gonna be one of those people that it worked the first time, and maybe if the nurse didn't have me take the wrong injection, it wouldn't have happened that way. So, yeah. And this is an afterthought. Please don't feel obligated. Baby daddy is almost $900. And it's 845, 850, 870 something altogether. I do have a GoFundMe page if anyone would like to donate, or even if you just want to share it, it would be very much appreciated. Share it, get it out there. That would be awesome, and that would mean a lot. And I did not want to be like, oh, I have a GoFundMe page, and be like other people on YouTube that have used GoFundMe as a way to get clout and whatever. So for now, there's a room for a baby that I thought I would have gotten last year. I was a certified foster mom for 0.5 seconds until a foster parent in Schenectady killed one of their foster children during lockdown. People say it's because of my job that they would have to answer to someone who knew what they were talking about. Because I told my caseworker I wanted the child's law guardian there every week. And I was not taking them to family court to talk to their law guardian. Family court is no place for children. Babies, it's still an effed up situation. I wanted a caseworker at my house every week so they could see what was going on, so they could talk to the kid privately, and I want the kid to, draw pictures for their parents, especially if it was a return to parent situation. I wanted them to do the most for a kid in their custody, and they want to do the absolute least that they could do. So that is why I have a nursery already, plus twin size bed. Last Christmas was foster kid Christmas. I got everything from my mom that I needed. So this Christmas was a me Christmas. So next time, I will do another story time about meeting my doctor and that conversation. Alright guys, have a good Wednesday. Be safe. Be nice. to everyone. Y'all know I love you. And especially if you make it to the end of my videos. If you see this, know that. If you get to the end of this and you see this, know that I'm very thankful, very grateful that you guys stick around to hear what I have to say. And it does mean a lot. It means a lot more than I can put into words. So thank you. And I will throw the link for my GoFundMe thing. If you want to share it, I would appreciate it. Post it around, throw it up on your wall, tell people about whatever. That means much more than even, I don't know. Have a good day, guys, and hopefully maybe I'll do another video before the new year. This might be the last one of this year. I don't know. I love you. Please be safe. The world's not safe right now, but it only takes a couple decent people to make it a good world, so bye.